Yeah, hunters and gatherers. How would you define such beast? How would you expect a hunter-gatherer being, this mind being constituted? Seeking solutions, having multiple ideas, seeing connections. Yeah, connections. I've been mentioning connections before, and patterns. And seeing the idea behind things, or yeah, not to become too much Plato, making ideas above things. Now we're back to Karl Marx, and this feels secure. So this basic surviving, they would be nourished by high energy food, which means animals. Huge amount of proteins and fat, but you do not really get this huge amount of things. So the very lifestyle, compare lions to cattle. They are terribly lazy. They find a pleasant place in some shallow, acacia shallow or whatever, and lay around for most of the day. And you will hear your daily time, and yeah whatever, and all this. Lion girls will raise up and go out hunting, and on the other hand, cattle, what's their lifestyle? They do not usually rush, only if it's about panic or something. They're not very good at defending themselves, at least not sticking together. They will form a circle perhaps, and perhaps they will protect their young. I don't know. But if they actually would go together against this lion, the lion won't stand a chance. It would be trampled down under the hoofs of these buffaloes. Yeah, she would. And now talking about humans, early humans, what would lifestyle be like? When you actually track down this animal, may have taken you a few hours or the best part of the day, and finally you have it in sight and you lay it down on the ground, and you need to figure out, because you don't really wish to carry huge amounts of crap, even if you're a gatherer, especially not if you're a true gatherer. You will figure out what parts can be used, and you know by experience that everything more or less can be used. Most things can be eaten, and those some parts being a bit too tough or a bit too hard, they can be used for other things. If nothing else, you may drill some holes in this bone and make a Paleolithic flute, and the skin becomes clothes, or yeah, you can make houses from skin. And you do not want to move more than necessarily, because this is waste of calories. So bring it back home, everything that you might possibly be in need for, and get rid of the rest, whatever this would be. And in this kind of society where they're all gatherers, they know very well that, yeah, it looks like shit, this bone house where we these piles of buffalo bone, but they also know that all of it will eventually come to use. Therefore, nothing should be wasted. And also, something else comes with this by necessity, I think. This ability to see. I did mention this. This ability of seeing things that do not yet exist. Because connecting these two bones to each other with some animalian or vegetable ropes, whatever, or animalian glue, this may become whatever, some kind of weapon, some kind of furniture. And all members of the tribes will not have the same vision. They might not get any vision at all from bones, but they know that this guy does, and therefore you will not question him for bringing this home. Modern gatherers, because I actually do believe that these old hunter-gatherer genes have survived all the way into modern age, and we do have some percentage, some degree of hunter-gatherer genes, and some degree of farmers genes. I have black stretch jeans myself. Yeah. Super skinny, low waist. Anyway, I also believe that it's not only been assimilated. I believe that this group of people have all the way been a bit marginalized, put aside, standing a bit outside this majority, and their number, the actual absolute number, may have been quite consistent, but this new breed, these farmers, they increased in number, and from perhaps having been just a few in this hunter-gatherer tribes, their agricultural society became so successful that they increased in number rapidly, and rather soon they became like 95% in absolute numbers, growing, and percentage-wise too, while the hunter-gatherers remained consistent in absolute numbers, however decreasing as percentage of the whole. You follow? Really do? No, I imagine. And I think this actually is the same kind of basic behavior. What else do they have in common, or not in common? We also like to talk about greedy types, and yeah, people saving and never wasting, and we see wasters as the complete opposite. I think they're basically the same kind. Those what they do have in common is no sense for fine economics. Economics is something very much more concrete in that case, and economy is also about gathering and saving things, and at least having this intention about making something useful out of it. And as soon as you have, then your own financial situation will improve, and then you may perhaps lead a somewhat more normal life. But you know, until then, I really can't waste anything. I can't afford to waste anything, because it may actually be the thing saving my life. But in reality, it won't. On the contrary, they will be looked upon as more or less insane or cuckoo Walter Bishop types, and there will be cases for this modern humanitarian farmer society, eager to help everyone whether they want or not, and not only that, defining what help others are in need for, because that's no decision to leave to the single individual. You know, don't we all just hate single individuals?